Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alex, the Comic Hoarder. Thank you so much for clicking play on this video. I've got a Silver Age haul for you guys with some major keys, as well as one Bronze Age key. And going forward, you're going to be seeing a lot more Silver Age out of my channel, with one primary title that I'll be focusing on. You'll see and hear more about that as we go on in this video. So stay tuned. Hopefully you guys are ready. If you are brand new to this channel and you'd like to see more content like this, I'd encourage you to hit that subscription button. Also hit the bell to be notified when there's future videos. Also, if you could spare 1 second and hit that like button, it would mean a lot to me as well. And now on to the comic book haul. All right, I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm gonna get straight into this haul. The first book that I picked up in Springfield, Illinois, and this is Tales of Suspense, number 77. I don't really see a lot of people talking about this book, and maybe I missed it, and maybe they talked about it years ago, but this is the first appearance of Peggy Carter. Now, she may have been in Cameo, but not named, and maybe not even her face in 75, which is the first appearance of Sharon Carter. I think it's 75 or 76, but this is the first appearance of Peggy Carter. And I think it might be in a flashback with Captain America in the Captain America portion. So the Iron Man portion is first, where he fights this Ultimo, and then Captain America is the second half of this comic book, and Peggy Carter, it's her first appearance. So really like this book. Glad to have this one finally in the collection. The next one is Strange Tales, number 106. It's a great Human Torch story where he joins forces with this guy called the Acrobat. The Acrobat claims to be the greatest acrobat, and he claims also to be a hero. So Johnny Storm kind of unofficially leaves the Fantastic Four to join this guy, and they're like the best duo or whatever. The Acrobat convinces him that there's hostages in a bank, and the hostages are trapped in the safe, or somebody that works at the bank is trapped in the safe, and it's a time vault, so they can't even get out. So he convinces the Human Torch to blast through the wall using his speed and heat, and then when he does that, he finds there's no problem, and the Acrobat steals. So anyways, pretty awesome story. Great read and very nice condition. Strange Tales number 106. Got a couple books at antique shops. This first one was kind of a relationship builder buy. I called an antique shop and I asked him if they had comic books, and he was talking about a collection that he was potentially going to be able to buy, and so this was one of those relationship building buys. I only paid about $5 for it. It's in really low condition, but it's a Silver Age Marvel book. Captain Marvel number 6, 12-cent book, and it's got a stamp here, and I'm not even sure what it is. It's like Clay's Books, but that's pretty cool, and it's got the address there from Independence, Missouri, maybe. Oh, and it even has 11 a.m., so maybe that's when they got it in, but that's pretty cool. It's a relationship building purchase. So here is Captain Marvel number 6. And then I was up in Iowa City, and there was an old antique shop, and I bought 2 books from there. The first was, and these were very cheap as well, a couple dollars. This one is in very low condition, but I actually don't have it, so it's a placeholding copy. This is Journey into Mystery, obviously with Thor, and it's 121. It's a pretty dirty book. I can't describe it, but I feel like I can just wipe off some of this dirt and it would clean up pretty well. And then there's some tape pulling right here, as you can see. It looks like there was tape there and then someone tried to remove it, and it looks like there might still be a little bit of old tape right here. But anyways, at some point, you know, if you've been following me for a while, I was going for a Journey into Mystery run, but then I kind of quit that and I went for the X-Men run, completed that. Now I'm going for a different run, and then someday I'm going to come back to Journey into Mystery. But I didn't actually have this book, so I was happy to pick this up for a couple bucks, maybe $2 or $3. Next book is also pretty cheap as well. Next one is this Patsy Walker. It's a 10-cent Atlas book from 1957. It's Patsy Walker number 72. I got it at the same antique shop, so I think I got out of that antique shop for about $6 or less, and got 2 really cool old books. Journey into Mystery Thor, 121, and Patsy Walker, number 72. And I just thought it was pretty neat, pretty cool to get an old 10-cent Atlas book from 1957. The next book is Adventure Comics 373. I got this at an antique shop in St. Charles, Missouri. It's got a tape pull right there. as well as some damage up top. But the pages are white. It was a great read. Everything else in this comic is awesome condition. So the Tornado Twins, this is their first appearance. The Legion of Superheroes get calls to go out and save the day. And they would get these calls, and the Tornado Twins were already there saving the day. So they'd already completed the missions. The Legion of Superheroes were too slow to save the day. But Karate Kid got a little offended, and this is Don Allen and Don Allen. D-O-N Allen and D-A-W-N Allen. And so Karate Kid got a little offended, and he started going after the Tornado Twins. And they were very easy to dodge his punches, dodge his karate moves. And so that hurt his ego quite a bit. And so at first we didn't know if these were friends or foes or what they were doing. And so as the story progresses, the Tornado Twins kept saving the day. And it turns out they were doing this, and they were given powers for one day in celebration of the Flash Day. And so they got powers from their ancestor, the Flash, Barry Allen, who later I think they retconned these guys into Barry Allen and Iris's kids. Don is actually Impulse's dad. Impulse is Barry Allen's grandson. So here it is. Don and Don Allen, the Tornado Twins' first appearance. The last book that I got from an antique shop is All-Star Comics, number 58, the first appearance of Power Girl. I was picking out a lot of books at that antique shop, making kind of a pile, and then I started putting everything back, and I finally found this book, and I was like, yep, this is the book that I'm going to get. It's a nice reader copy. It's got a lot of corner creases there, some spine damage, but the cover is attached. It's got a little bit of a spine roll, but it is the first appearance of Power Girl, and it's a great reader copy. A comic book shop was putting out a lot of Silver Age books, so I picked up a handful of Silver Age books from this shop. They were super cheap, and this is one book that I really didn't want to spend a lot of money on. It's Thor Annual, King Size Special, number 2 from 1966. What I really am drawn to by this book is just the Destroyer there. The Thor and Destroyer battle. Really like this, and I've kind of been being drawn to King Size Specials or King Size Annuals. Really have been liking the Silver Age annual books. I've never owned this book before. This is King Size Special X-Men number 2. Not really sure. I don't remember what the date was on this book, but must be a reprint of some of the earlier X-Men stuff. This may be late 60s. I'm not quite sure, but it's got some reprints of some of the early X-Men adventures. 2 books. Actually, I've got 4 books from Discovery Bay Comics, and I'll show 2. I'll go ahead and show all of them now. Some are CGC slabs. The first one is Justice League of America number 59. It's a qualified 8.5. So the only reason why I got this one was because it was in a lot with another book. It's an interesting qualified label. And the reason why it is qualified is because obviously it's a very, very nice 8.5, but it is cover and first wrap detached at bottom staple. So this bottom staple, the cover and the first wrap are detached at this staple. So other than that, it is an 8.5. And if they would take that into consideration, it may be half the grade. It may be a 4.0 or something like that. But anyways, it is a very nice book, and I was very appreciative of Discovery Bay for selling this to me in one of the auctions. Another book that I got from him in that auction that I was really excited about was this Avengers 54. It's a 7.0. It's the first cameo appearance of Ultron, but they don't list that on the label here. It's in one of the new slabs, which is great. Absolutely love the new slabs and love Silver Age Marvel books. It's the first appearance of the new Masters of Evil, and there's a full page ad for Silver Surfer number 1. So really great book, 7.0 of first cameo of Ultron. And while we were finishing the deal for those 2 slabs that I won at an auction, we started talking about Silver Age Fantastic Four. And so he said he had a couple for sale, and I needed these for a run that I'm working on. The first one is Fantastic Four number 35, Calamity on Campus. This is the first appearance of Dragon Man. It's also a Diablo appearance. And what's cool about this book is there's also a Peter Parker cameo in this, or there was a Peter Parker appearance in this book. They go to Reed Richards' alma mater. One of the scientists there is one of the professors or lab guys is working on this dragon statue. And then Diablo comes and enchants it and turns it to real life. And they have to defeat this dragon man as well as battle Diablo. So very, very cool. Fantastic Four number 35. And now back to that shop that was putting out a bunch of Silver Age books for cheap. I found Fantastic Four 66. I actually never owned this book before. It's the origin of him, and it pairs very nicely with Fantastic Four 67, which is the first appearance of him in the Cocoon. And so it is a pretty decent copy of this book, actually, and I think I got it for around $15. So very, very happy to have this book and have got it for a decent price, as this book is pretty hot right now. Also at that shop, I've been looking for this book for quite a while. This is Fantastic Four 81, and this is the first time that the Fantastic Four had a new member. So it's basically like the Fantastic Five. They let Crystal of the Inhumans join the team, and I think they're battling Frightful Four in this issue. So Fantastic Four number 81, the first time Crystal joins the team. And this is Fantastic Four number 88. I got it at that same shop. And this is actually the last in the run that I'm looking for. I'm looking for all of the 12-cent issues of Fantastic Four. And Fantastic Four issue number 89 is the first 15-cent issue. So I'll work on those after I finish all the 12-cent issues. And like I said, this is Fantastic Four 88. The last of the 12-cent issues for Fantastic Four. And this one is in pretty nice condition. It's got a little bit of tanning at the top and the side, but other than that, it's in pretty darn nice condition. The last two books that I have for this haul, this one I got completely on trade, and so I was very, very happy to finally have another copy of Marvel Superheroes number 13, featuring Captain Marvel. This is the first appearance of Carol Danvers. This is probably a 3.0 copy. It's a little beat up right here on the spine, and it's got some creases right here. So yeah, it's pushing it to be a 3.0, but I was happy to have another copy of the first appearance of Carol Danvers. Very, very happy to have this book. And the popularity, I don't know, it's kind of plateaued and maybe even dropped a little bit, but this is definitely a book that you're going to want to have in your collection, as Carol Danvers is definitely part of the future of the MCU, and she's just always been a cool character to me. As you guys know, I've chased and collected all of the Miss Marvel from the 70s run. It's a great book to have, a great character in my opinion. So this is the last book. As I was in the antique shop buying this book, I was talking with an older gentleman. We were talking about different shops in the area, and so I decided to head over to one of the shops that we were talking about. And I really didn't have any expectations. I didn't really want to spend that much money, but I wanted to patronize the shop while I was there in town for business. And boy, did I ever find an awesome mega key. You guys, there's earthquakes in the Atlantic under Wakanda. That can only mean one thing. Namor the Submariner. This is Fantastic Four number 4, the first Silver Age appearance of Namor. And I'm very, very excited. I didn't think I'd ever get this book, especially this quick and in this grade. This is a 6.5 with white pages. This book is beautiful. There's a little bit of color breaking stuff down here and a ding on the corner right there. But other than that, this book looks beautiful. It's an amazing copy, and I'm so, so happy to have this in my Fantastic Four collection. Now, a 6.5 doesn't really fit into what I'm collecting as far as this run goes, because I've got a 1.8 number 1. I'll probably have a 2.0 number 2, 3.0 number 3, a 6.5 number 4, and like a 1.0 number 5. I was looking to potentially sell this book and get a lower grade copy and then buy some of those other earlier ones that were going to cost quite a bit of money. But the more and more I held on to this book, I'm going to keep this no matter what. It's a very, very special book, and I absolutely love it. It's in the new case, and it is a great book. And as you can see, this came from the John Conway collection. John Conway signed it right there. So very, very happy to have Fantastic Four number 4. And that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do have another haul already lined up. It's got a lot of Fantastic Four Silver Age, and I'll update you guys with my progress maybe in an in-between video or a video right after that. So maybe do the haul and then do a collection video to show you guys what I've got and what I'm looking for. And once again, if you're not subbed up to the channel, hit that subscription button, hit that bell to be notified when there's future videos, drop a like rating on this video, and then comment down below what your favorite book in this haul was. Also, if you've got Fantastic Four books, if you've got some doubles you want to sell or trade, hit me up, let me know what you got, and hopefully maybe we can make a deal. But with that being said, you guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you on the next one. See ya, bye.